Welcome to Economics and Financial Foresight Strategies. Let's deep dive into staggering silver buy by India as a strategy. People talk about India's rise. They talk about software, startup, and space mission. Space mission required, purest form of the silver.
India has done it. It has become now the fourth country to land a spacecraft on the moon after the US and China and the former Soviet Union. Just moments ago, we're talking just a couple of minutes, the Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft landed on the lunar South Pole. Look at the celebration here.
But since 2020, India has been executing quite a move. While the world debated interest rate and stock market, India tracked something more fundamental: metal, material, and supply. Between 2020 and 2025, India imported 25,000 tons of silver, more than any country on the planet. Not as a tradition, not as a jewelry, but as a strategy. More, India imported a staggering 6,047 metric tons of silver between January and December 2025, and nearly 25% of the world. It's in just 1 year. Trade data reveals a pattern that few notice in real time. Between 2021 and 2022, India's gold imports surged from roughly 651 tons to nearly 880 tons, and then stayed persistently high through 2024 and 2025. But the real signal was silver. What began as a modest 1,486 tons of silver in 2021 erupted into unprecedented surge, crossing 8,150 tons silver in 2022, with heavy inflow continuing well into 2025. Global market collapse. Government printed over 20 trillions globally in new money. Interest rate fell to near zero. For India, the lesson was immediate. Asset expand instantly, but physical supply does not. Gold reacted first. India's gold import rebounded sharply in 2021, reaching nearly 880 tons in a single year. Silver was already moving. In 2021, India imported just 1,500 tons of silver. The number would not stay small for long. 2022, inflation was no longer temporary. Energy prices doubled, trade fractured, export control returned. At the same time, silver demand exploded from industry. A single gigawatt of solar capacity required 20-25 tons of silver. EV electronic uses 2 to 3 times more silver than combustion vehicle. Electronic and medical devices demand ultra-pure silver with no substitute. India responded with a scale. Silver import jumped 4,400 tons of silver in 2021-2022, over 8,100 tons of silver in 2022 and 2023, a historic high. This was not a speculation, it was an industry survival. No silver, no energy transition. In 2023, India rebalanced its financial defenses. US Treasury exposure declined from post-pandemic. Gold reserve climbed steadily. Between 2020 and 2025, RBI gold holding rose from 653 tons to nearly 880 tons. Foreign exchange reserves stayed strong, above 600 billion at multiple points. This was not retreat, it was diversification. Gold preserved value, but silver connected value to production. In 2024, India's future demand was already visible. Government target called for 500 gigawatt renewable capacity, rapid EV penetration, domestic semiconductor manufacturing, expanding defenses and space programs. 2024-2025, India imported another 11,000 tons of silver. Even global mine supply grew by less than 2% annually. This is why India could not wait for shortages to appear on the headline, because when shortages arrive, prices spike, export control follow. Buying early is not a speculation, it is an insurance. India is not locking silver away like gold. A hybrid system is emerging. Strategic industrial stockpiles, PSU and private sector consortium holding, household silver entering former channels, recycling treated as a domestic supply creation. For the first time, silver is treated as industrial insurance. strategic collateral, productive capital, a metal that works, not waits. Global silver supply is fragile. Over 70% of silver is mined as a byproduct, meaning supply cannot surge even when prices rise. It's concentrated in a handful of countries. Processing is a geopolitically sensitive. In such world, access matters more than cost. Oil once defined geopolitical power, silver now defines technological sovereignty. India understood this early. No export ban can halt production. No tariff shock can stall transition. No supply squeeze can dictate terms. Others react to shortages. India plan before they exist. And in the world where power is measured not just money or weapon, but in the material that build the future, the most decisive strategies are the ones that leave nothing to disrupt. This is golden age of India's silver strategy. Quiet, quantified, and impossible to derail.